Ladies and gentlemen, the year of 2025 is just about to end. I've beat 11 games this year, and we're going to go through all of them right now. At number 1, I've got Sonic Mania. I remember when I beat that, that was a really great game. It's some of the best of 2D Sonic, some really great music. I love Metallic Madness, Act 1, Act 2, Stardust Speedway. I love all of those. Amazing level design in all of them. Although it was my first 2D Sonic game that I played to where, aside from 1 through 3 and Knuckles, because I played those, I used save states. So whenever I got a game over, I didn't have to restart the game because I emulated them. Sonic Mania was the first one where they made you restart the entire zone. You had to do Act 1 again and then Act 2 in a row. And that was really hard to get used to, really annoying, but you get to enjoy more of it because you're playing it more. And I find that really fun. It has a lot of replayability. So I think Sonic Mania was a really great game. Okay, Sonic CD. This game was just so, for some reason, it was riddled with the bouncy things from Casino Night Zone from Sonic 2. Riddled with them. This game is not good, I'm sorry. This is actually the worst 2D Sonic game there is. And it's just, oh my gosh, I really didn't enjoy it. I got stuck on so many levels for so long. The ending boss fight was super annoying. Speaking of boss fights, I played with the Japanese soundtrack / European soundtrack. The American soundtrack, the boss fight is pure horror. I don't know how anybody could play it like that. I would never. Thank goodness I played the Japanese soundtrack. And honestly, the only good thing about that game is Sonic Boom, the song. Not that stupid sub-franchise of Sonic. Forget about that. Sonic Boom was the only good thing about that. And I didn't even get to enjoy it because I played the Japanese soundtrack. But Sonic Boom, I don't know how anyone enjoys it. I see a lot of people glaze it. People who enjoy that are like people who enjoy GTA 4. That's it for Sonic CD. Sonic Colors. I loved the music from the game. I mean, I could go on about the music from every single Sonic game, honestly, but the music was so great. It was more orchestral. I loved the vibes of Sonic Colors. I thought that was super cool. Aquarium Act 1 and 3. 3 is my ringtone. The things with the wisps and their abilities I think are super cool. And this game, although I will say it had more 2D in it than 3D, and I would have preferred more 3D. Call me crazy, I don't know if that's a hot take, but I will say another thing is a lot of times this game did have a lot of what I call in games that's stuff that's really difficult, but isn't necessarily in the get good area. It's just bad level design. I call it both. Parts in games that are just bullshit. It's not your fault. It's difficult for everyone. That specific part kind of had a bit of that sprinkled throughout the game. One of the things is when I played on my Wii, and it wasn't. I knew it was on my controller because my cousin had the same problem. When you jumped, it was delayed for some reason. It's you press A to jump, and it jumps a second later. It was so annoying. And some of the boss fights were a little tricky, especially that last one. Figuring out the patterns and all that took a lot of attempts. I don't know why, but for some reason the credits, you couldn't skip it and you had to just wait there for 10 minutes while it just went on. I don't know what was up with that, but I liked Sonic Colors. I thought it was a good game. Sonic and the Black Knight. This game it's nostalgic to me because I've had it since I was a kid. I never beat it when I wasn't a Sonic fan when I was a kid. I've actually only become a Sonic fan now. Been into Sonic for a year. Only now I discovered the peak of Sonic. But I had that game since I was a kid, and I remember I didn't play it a lot because it was just too difficult to me. I was too young to kind of understand it. But now as I've gotten older, I played it again on my Wii. And let me tell you, this is ooh, I knew Sonic CD was bad, but this is like a whole nother level of just, oh my gosh, it was so annoying. And the music, again, super good. I loved the Crush 40 tracks. Night of the Wind, Through the Fire, super cool. Camelot Castle, another one. But the motion controls, you had to do very specific movements with the Wii remotes to trigger a certain action. And it's in the King Arthur boss fight. That was the worst. I kid you not. I took 2 hours straight doing the King Arthur boss fight. I tried doing the post game. Some people consider that to be the full game when you beat that. For me, I didn't consider that because I tried and I was playing in Crystal Cave, and that was so annoying that I just gave up. I rage quit and I said, screw it, I'll just count it as done. So to me, I feel like I beat the game, but to others, maybe not. Sonic and the Black Knight, it is a game. It's a game. Batman Arkham City. Great game. I loved the story. The end of the story, the climax was amazing. The villains, I love the villains. Joker was great in this. What was his name? It was Ra's al Ghul, was cool. The Ra's al Ghul missions in the Dreamland thing were a little weird. That was cool as well. I do have some nitpicks about it. I feel like one of the things is like when I played Arkham Asylum, the atmosphere, like the vibes were way better in Arkham Asylum than they were in Arkham City, which is interesting because Asylum is just one Asylum island. City is an entire city, so you'd think the vibes would be better in the city because that's how, Batman is. He's through a city. But I don't know, it's just like there were a lot of moments where it was just like really quiet, no music was playing. It was just like Asylum had a very specific flavor, like uniqueness to it. Like in the intercoms when Joker would taunt you and it would play like the Arkham chime. Dun 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 dun. Things like that I really liked. And Arkham City I feel like didn't really have a lot of that. But Arkham City was still great nonetheless. The combat was better than in Asylum. Traversing through the city was super cool being able to do that. And then going on top of the helicopter was super cool. And you have a view over the entire city. Those last few missions were great. So yeah, that was Arkham City. Red Dead Redemption. Now this game, amazing. I loved Red Dead 2 and I played it first. I love that game to death. I might play it again. And it was nice playing it first because then I got to play Red Dead 1, which is chronologically and the story takes place after Red Dead 2. So it was really interesting seeing John Marston's story was like after Red Dead 2. And then seeing, certain characters return in Red Dead 2 and then they kind of reference things like somewhat vaguely. And I thought that was super cool, especially for that era of a game, for the 360 PS3 era. I thought it was super cool. I know that now they have it on mobile in some Netflix collab or something, which is really cool because more people get to enjoy the game. But that game I really didn't like, and I don't know who designed this, but the cow missions where you have to like tame the cows or it was something like that. I hated that. Who thought of that? I don't know who thought of that, but they could take that out of the game. But amazing story. The ending was great. The epilogue was cool as well. Got to see the book kind of close and you got to kind of get closure on that ending. That game is a definite must play along with Red Dead 2. Resident Evil 4. Now this game I just beat recently. It was the remake. Typically when I buy games sometimes, and this happened with 7, I've had it sitting in my library for 6 months and I have 2 hours on it. Resident Evil 4, from the day I bought it, I continuously played every single day for long play sessions. And let me tell you, it's a great game. It's not scary. Some parts of it are maybe thrilling. It's horror themed, however. It is not horror. But regardless of that, it's a action game, survival, or whatever you may call it. It was a great game. I love the kind of level design where it's just you go in a room, shoot all the people, traverse through some tunnels, go in another room, shoot some people, traverse through, then do some weird puzzle stuff, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It was super fun just doing that, seeing that environment in the remake. I never played the original. The environment was super cool. Some of the levels just like aesthetically looked amazing. It was really interesting to see. I think the story was pretty cool. At the end of it, seeing the Wesker cutscene or whatever was like, ooh, now we can see 5, which I do own Resident Evil 5 on the PS3. I've never played it though. I might play it directly after, although I hear 5 is where it starts to go downhill and then 6 is where it just crashed and burned. So 4, amazing. Honestly, I rated 8 out of 10. It's very nice. Shadow Generations. I will say this is one of the best 3D Sonic games I've ever played. It's amazing playing as Shadow in his abilities, Chaos Control. The music was great. I love Space Colony Arc, the title theme, the story was pretty good. It connected very well with Sonic Generations. Amazing level design. It wasn't too difficult. They handed S ranks like really easily, but overall, great game. Just the home, like hub area, just the music in there and just going through all like the things they have there, and it's just a whole ton of fun. And every now and then I just go back and I replay all the levels, the 2D ones, the 3D ones. It really makes me wonder. I hope they would make another Shadow game similar to that, like a, you know, Shadow the Hedgehog 2 or something. Grand Theft Auto 4. So I've played GTA 5 before. That was a long time ago on the PS3. I loved it. I loved the campaign. I've had 4 for years. I've never played it, but then I was like, you know what? I might as well. I played it, and let me tell you, the game is long. It doesn't end. It just doesn't end. It is a long game. And this game, if I'm being honest, it's not really fun. You know, really compared to 5, a lot of the missions are super annoying because you kind of get blazed to death when you walk into a room. The runbacks are horrible. I hate the runbacks. There's a lot of bullshit in that game. And the point of the game is, you know, the protagonist, Nico, he wants to do something. He has a goal, but once he completes that goal, there's still more game, and I don't know why. And I'm like, what the heck? How is there more to this story? Doesn't it end there? But yeah, the runbacks, the heist mission took me too many attempts, and I hate the missions where you have to chase somebody. Those are the worst. Like the one with the bikes in the beginning of the game with Faustin's daughter and the motorcycle gang guy. You have to chase him throughout the city on the highways, and it's on a bike. I hate that. It is the worst. There's one where you have to chase a helicopter. If you lose it, you have to do it all over again. You don't get to respawn at a certain checkpoint in the mission. I really didn't like it. When I play GTA games, I try to have fun, and I've heard some people say they like it because it's not fun, and those people like Sonic CD, and I don't care about their opinions. So yeah, that's my take on GTA 4. I gave it like, it was like a 5 or 6 out of 10 because it does have some goodness to the game. It's not a terrible game, but I really liked 5 way more. I will say the driving was interesting with the more realistic driving physics, and in a way I kind of actually liked it. You kind of had to be more responsible for your driving, or else your car was gonna explode and all that. So that way you traverse through the city, more twists and turns, and you kind of get to stay in it more. Whereas to 5, it's a lot of straight highway roads where you're just kind of driving forward and you're not really doing much. There's a whole video on that, but it is a game. It is a game. Sonic Advance. You know, by now you probably noticed there's a lot of Sonic in this video, and you know, that's for a good reason because I've recently gotten into Sonic and I love that franchise. Sonic Advance was just kind of a random game that I downloaded on the whim on my modded 3DS. Don't tell Nintendo. I kind of just wanted to see what it looked like, and I just kept playing it, and I was just like, you know what, I'm committed to this. And this game, with the music, I like the options theme. Obviously, you know, the music for every Sonic game is good, even the bad, you know, Sonic games, except for Sonic Eraser. We don't talk about that. I mean, I don't have much to say about Sonic Advance other than it was a good game. It had some really good level design. It was nice playing another 2D Sonic game. I really do like playing those, especially like Sonic Fan Advance or whatever it was called on the Flash games on Newgrounds. Well, Sonic Ultimate Flash, that's what it was called. I like playing that when I was a kid. Sonic Advance, it was a good game. It was good. Castle Crashers. Now, Castle Crashers was a game that I beat it with 2 of my friends, and we beat it in 1 night, or it was 2. I don't remember. No, I think it was 2 days. And we just played for hours and hours and hours on end. And it was so much fun. I've never played it, but my 2 friends, they used to play it when they were kids. I never really heard of it, but it was really cool as that. So I have an ROG Ally, and what I did was I set up on the dock, on the TV, in the lobby, and we all played it. And this is what I love about the Steam compatibility. Every single one of us had a different type controller. When I say that, I mean I had a PS4 controller, my friend had a Xbox controller, my other friend had a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, and all of them worked simultaneously for every specific character with basically no issues. I mean, that's just super cool, and we had a ton of fun. I sucked. They were way better than me because I mainly upgraded magic, and I learned magic isn't really that good, at least for the ice character that I picked. They went for strength and tank builds. It was super fun traversing through that. It was interesting hearing the Geometry Dash music they had. It was nice doing that and then playing all the way till the end, defeating that boss, which was really difficult. I think we did it in one attempt, maybe two, I don't remember. It's a really fun game to play with friends, I can say. But if you want to get together, get with a bunch of friends and play it. But yeah. So that is all the games that I've beat in the year of 2025. However, I don't want to end the video just yet because I do want to talk about the games that I want to play in the year 2026. Starting up. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Those games, I've played the beginning of Sonic Adventure 1, that tropical island zone, and, you know, obviously Open Your Heart, love that, Live and Learn, love those tracks. Shadow the Hedgehog is in Adventure 2. Adventure 1 has the weird blue slime thing. I don't know much about those games, but I really like that kind of era of games, like the vibes of it, the low polygon count, you know, kind of like 4x3. I would love to play it on a CRT. I think that would be so cool to play. But I can't wait to play it. It looks like a ton of fun. It's going to be great when I play those. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That game I've played the beginning of, and when I compare it to Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 is not that scary. 7, it absolutely is scary to me. I had a lot of scary moments with it. That game was, that is scary to me, and that's part of the reason why I've been like procrastinating and playing it for so long, because how scary it is. I think it looks interesting. People love that game. They rave about it on and on. So eventually I'll get to it and I'll play it, and then that, in my opinion, will show up on this channel. Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations, I've played the first zone, and then I've played the first act of Chemical Plant. Part of what Sonic Generations is, and what I've seen, is it's a celebration of all the Sonic games. It's a kind of a remix of all the other games. So I'd like to clear out a lot of the others, like 06, Project 06, not the original. The original's horrible. They took the game and kind of remixed it, made it actually good, and that's what I plan on playing. And I've played a little bit of that as well, and it looked amazing. Yes, Sonic Generations, I want to get those adventures out of the way, 06 out of the way, and then I'd like to play Generations. Yeah, I've heard it's some of the best 3D Sonic there ever is. Yeah, I can't wait to play it, and when I do, I think I'm going to enjoy it. Sonic Unleashed is different because it's not a game that I want to play. It's a game that I'm in the middle of playing. The Sonic levels are amazing. Like Shamar aesthetically looks beautiful. The music is so amazing from this game. However, there's another side to this coin, and it's the Werehog levels. I cannot stand them being in a Sonic game. They're not really bad on their own. They just don't belong in a Sonic game. It's all slow paced, and you just defeat a bunch of enemies, and don't even get me started on the battle theme. Oh my gosh, that's the worst. Like, the way it starts gets so annoying. But the Werehog levels, and some of them are bad, and most of them are alright. But the music from the Werehog levels, Cold Night Ice or whatever it's called, that one is a nice track. What's really annoying about the game as well is the sun medals and the moon medals. And look in every single corner for those so you can advance to the next levels in the game. Regardless of that, Sonic Unleashed, the Sonic levels are amazing. Werehog levels, not bad, but shouldn't be in a Sonic game. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. This game, I did a deal with my cousin where we would both play a game where we have no interest in playing. For him, it was GTA 4, which I also played. And for me, it was Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I have zero interest in the Kingdom Hearts franchise whatsoever. I have no, which is why I want to play it. Because part of our deal is that what if we enjoy the games? We should go out and play them to see if maybe we do enjoy them. You know, just to try something new. And I've played the beginning of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and it sucks. It sucks. I'm sorry, but it sucks. There's fans of this franchise that go nuts. They go crazy for Kingdom Hearts. I've never played any other Kingdom Hearts, but Birth by Sleep is just... I've been playing the PSP version, so maybe that version's bad. But it's the boss fight in the area in the woods with the one Disney princess with the black hair and the apple. I don't know. Oh, that's a horrible boss fight. It's so frustrating. I never play it, and I have to eventually beat it. But I really don't look forward to playing that game if I'm being completely honest. But maybe it gets better later in the game. Who knows? But yeah. Devil May Cry. Right now, I'm in the middle of playing Devil May Cry 3. I'm halfway through it. And then I have Devil May Cry 5. And it's really not a specific one, it's whichever. I plan on beating at least one of the Devil May Cry games. I like the whole vibes. I like the music as well. The fan base is pretty funny. I like all the memes from DMC5 with the lawn chair mods. I love the gameplay from 5. I've played the beginning of it. Devil May Cry looks to be an interesting game. I don't know which one of them I'll beat, but it's going to be one. Okay, and that concludes this entire video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you didn't, learn to. Have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.